call this next poem The Beautiful Up Frustration, aka Crystal Chef. When it's time to open my eyes, with or without the sun shining, the pain never ceases to suffice. Many of those that we love always are and were a great price that comes with a hefty sacrifice. When there is more sadness than joy in this world, the weight becomes too heavy and finds a way to anchor itself into our being to torture the hearts of many. Yet we still strive to persevere. Always in sight are the tribulations, for they have been promised plenty. All of these lines in my face are now puddles from steady tears, and the raindrops that have fallen are no longer acknowledged because the hurt has become too much for I to bear, and the despair keeps following I through these wicked years. The sharpened rays of the sun keep stabbing me and pinpointing out my pain in exactly every location that's stationed in my brain with no strain at all. Some rise, yet most fall, while others sit still and observe, waiting for the good news to pass them the ball so they can make a move in hopes of alleviating their darkened moods, wondering if the grass is greener on the side in which they'll never choose. I've suffered badly to achieve my sense of humor and tasted the stench of death to make myself strive for better and gain more. I've put this body through hell in order to accumulate bliss, all the while tossing my soul amongst the fire to purify it, embracing the heavens with a kiss. Please tell me how much longer we must endure these endless days of frustration and what seems to be hopeless situations in which we cannot find a cure. Is there anything left which is still pure? Or are we just left with madness to procure? We sit in silence from the arguing, and it kills me more than the senseless violence. And all my senses have retreated, but the wisdom tells my emotions to please remain seated for a hard lesson from love which will never be defeated. Nowadays I'm barely eating, and my patience is forever fleeting. Is this the end, or is this just the beginning? I've been a rebel since reproduction, yet the degradation I've been sucked in, to the point of no return where I can feel all my emotions burn into the seed of all that's negative, and destruction has no concern. But I know this is a lesson that I must learn. May my words be reflected through this crystal which is dear to I. This raw stone I found brings a tear to my eye. She's such a beautiful cut, so unique, and now I never want to die. Can we start again and try? Most nights my mind draws a blank in the sea of stormy waters where my thoughts used to swim freely, but now drowning fast, for I cannot see the words clearly through the fog and through the thick, dense overcast. Tossed over the edge with no one to save me, nor a life preserver to capture my sinking emotions, I must endure within their flow. From one day to the next, I just bob and float downstream, not knowing which direction, which tribulations or tributaries unfamiliar, yet I must breathe and just go. As I crash and smash into the boulders of these rapids, I hold my breath, praying for a chance to see the lazy part of the life-giving rivers, while this torn-up body tremors and shivers. Excuse me. Lord, I can't take any more of this hell in which I've been living, so please release my spirit in peace before my being explodes into an infinite number of pieces, for I no longer need this vehicle, and so I'll wait on the sands of time for you until this beautiful prana ceases. But the better half of me struggles and fights for the love it has always known, while the negative half that is prone to anger wallows in tears and fears the constant of change within the depths of the unknown. I've been shown the seeds I've sown. May I borrow a brighter tomorrow, or will these eyes forever see the nauseating repetitive sorrow of the cold dark nights and the pits I traverse which are empty and hollow? My screams are only heard by the lonely yet joyful birds, and the words on the tip of my tongue that utters the remembrance of the purity I once had reaches only the downtrodden victims, whose visions are drunken mad. My ears only hear the whispers of the masses who say, well, ain't that just too bad? Feel like I'm stuck in my head, and I don't know how I got stuck in this trap. Maybe I should dance and sing and clap, or absorb the rhythm till my feet start to tap. Unfortunately, though, my intellect knows and tells me that I truly created this trap and tortured my own mental, but I still can't find that loose thread to pull back and unwrap so I can get back to living in this moment in peace and burn up the madness that put us in this negative space, while all the while we forget so quickly the roots of love that we planted, So honestly, we both at fault, and we crossed the wrong boundary. Words of hate were used and shouldn't have been demanded, but the truth is that I'm so glad you found me. My love for thee goes from sour, then to dense, then last but not least to an ecstatic state. I thought you were my queen, so why do we spit out hate? I think we both need to just step back out the situation and sit and contemplate what's on our plate before we run out of time and it's too late. I pray all day hoping that things will change. But one thing I notice is that once all is said and done, we both have fault and need to rearrange our derange, because if not, then the future will bring us to the point of estrange. This is not how I want to live on my best days. So may we sincerely pick up all the broken pieces while I'm on bended knee, asking God to please change our wrong ways, so they may be reshaped into a harmonious pattern in which we can both enjoy and start to love again, like innocent children in the green grass who smile and laugh and frolic and play.